Hi guys, Rena Hoff is here. 4 months ago, I was offered a bib to run the Marine Corps Marathon, and I said yes. The reason I said yes is anytime life, God, the universe offers me an opportunity, I say yes because I figure there must be something for me in this opportunity. I trained. I actually started loving running. I can't believe it. One night, Friday night, I was sitting at my computer. I just had this huge urge to go on a run and sweat. And I thought, who is this person? I mean, you can get me to move before this, anything. I trained and I thought I was ready. Just getting to the starting line from Metro was 2.5 miles. So they say, it's 26.2 miles. But just getting to the starting line, my Fitbit had registered 2 miles of walking. And then, of course, the race took off. It was so exciting. There were people jumping out of planes with flags and smoke and planes flying overhead. And I took off. I had a really good pace. I had trained, and around mile marker, 11 or 12. Remember, I'd already walked 2.5 miles plus the 12 miles to this. My leg gave out and I started losing my pace. So I just want to share with you a couple of lessons I learned in the Marine Corps Marathon. The first thing was, your habits make you or break you. When I had trained, I said that I used my right hip flexor to move my right leg, and I had a little bit of a swing in my gait. I had talked to my trainer, and she showed me how to use my core to move my leg so it would not hurt. But you know what? I was so in the moment, running the marathon and going as fast as I can, I didn't realize that for 14 miles I had been using my hip flexor, and now my hip flexor was totally shot. So the first thing is your habits make or break you. And so when it's a habit, you really have to be conscious to do something a different way. So after that, I did start using my core more to move my leg, but my leg was already in pain. And so I ended up limping about half the marathon. Not only do habits make and break you, but complete strangers will cheer you on. So when you take a big goal like a business, complete strangers cheering us on. The whole time, I got the longest standing ovation of my life. The entire course, people with signs, people with their kids, people offering free food. It was amazing. My favorite sign was when we rounded the turn into Crystal City. After beating the bridge, this lady held up a sign and it said, "I don't know you, but I'm proud of you." These people don't realize, but some of their signs and their cheering and their sincerity, I had tears in my sunglasses running past them. The other thing I learned is, for me now, a half marathon is nothing. I mean, I swear 13 miles went by so fast. I had done a half marathon in Iceland almost 9 years ago, and I took 2 hours off my time. After my legs started hurting, you know what, guys? I started losing my pace. And I started thinking about, everyone's doing better than me. You had to keep a pace to finish. There was a huge sense of, what do you do when you know you're not winning? What do you do when you think you're not going to get a medal at the end? What do you do when you think you're not going to finish? And I was in so much pain. And what I realized is you just keep moving. I mean, the roads were closed. There was no way to get an Uber. I was nowhere near a metro. There was no way out. So I just kept moving, one step after another. And at some points, my ankle would hurt, and some points the pain would shift, and sometimes the pain would subside, but I just kept going. When you have a goal, you just have to keep going. And even if there's not the prize at the end, and you don't see the finish, you keep one foot in front of the other, even if you're in pain. Next thing was when we rounded the bend into milepost 24 and 25, everyone was yelling at us, "I know your feet hurt, just keep going." And what I realized was, people that finish big goals, they're always in pain. They're always pushing through it. It's not easy for anybody. There were runners that were old and runners that were young and runners that looked fit and runners that didn't look fit, had to push through it just like I had to push through it. I had all my excuses on how I was not that athletic and my legs were short and all, but you know what? Everyone else had their excuses too, and they pushed through it. And that's what I want you to do. That when your business is painful and things aren't going your way, just push through it, one foot in front of the other. After milepost 26, I thought I was done. People had talked about a hill. I didn't know what they were talking about, but you know what? The last 0.2 miles were up this hill, teeny weeny hill. But God, when you're in that much pain, when you're sweating, when there's bugs stuck to your face, I even did a before and after for the marathon of my makeup with the Mary Kay finishing spray. But those last 0.2 miles and the Marines were cheering us on were so hard. And you know what? Who I am on this side is totally worth it. Knowing that I took 2 hours off of my pace for a half marathon, complete strangers will cheer for me, give me a standing ovation, that the world was there to support me, people offering food. The amount of human kindness that I experienced on this run was unbelievable. The amount of personal fitness. And the stuff I worried about never happened, and the stuff I didn't worry about happened. So I realized, life just throws you curveballs the whole way through. I wanted my kids to be proud of me. And people always ask me, how come your kids are such high achievers? How come your kids push themselves so much? My kids push themselves so much because they always saw parents that push themselves. There's no reason in my 5th decade of life to sign up for a marathon, but I did. I encourage you, push yourself in life, because who you are on the other side is definitely worth it.